Hello everyone, welcome to another Daily Gym. Today is Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. I am recording before the clock strikes 12. I'm going to sleep soon. What did I want to talk about? Maybe we'll come up with a title later, but it's this idea that so many things happen in a day and we aren't necessarily aware of how many things that happen during the day. So for me, as I sit here and go, oh shoot, I forgot to record an episode and I'm about to sleep, I should record an episode. I think, maybe I'll talk about the tiredness that I feel, the fatigue that I feel. And I thought, well, maybe I'll talk about how my hands are hurting a little bit, and I don't know if it's from the fatigue or if it's from I got a newer phone and it's heavier, and so I don't know if it's from the heavy phone or it's because the phone doesn't have a case. Like maybe it's all three combined. So I wanted to talk about that. But earlier I wanted to talk about the mayor of Detroit. He had what they call a State of the City speech. It's an annual speech where he presents to local leaders and on television about the update on what the city has been doing over the last year, how the city has been doing. And so I wanted to talk about that. And maybe earlier I wanted to talk about taxes. And so many different thoughts came into my mind when I thought about, okay, what am I going to talk about today? And I think this format of doing the Daily Gym Monday through Thursday once a day for 5 to 10 minutes, especially when I do it later at night, I realize I have so many different types of thoughts throughout the day. So many different parts of my day take me in different directions. And I think it can be easy sometimes to look back on our day, our week, our month, our year, and go, I didn't really do anything. It was all, some people would say, same shit, different day. And I think it's just because we're not paying attention. If we pay attention, there's so much variety. There's so much ups and downs and what's a way to put it? That granularity. If you look, it's almost like looking at sand and going, sand, it's all the same. But if we look really close at the sand is composed of lots of different things together. It is not just, quote, sand. It has so many different particles. I think some of it's like broken shells and some of it's broken rock and some of it's broken this and different sizes, big, small, and it all, depending where you are, right? But I think a lot of our lives are kind of like that too, where we just don't look at it closely enough. And so we go, it's all kind of the same stuff. Ironically, I think when we zoom in, we can either see that it's more similar or it's more different. But for example, like right now I'm talking about when we zoom in, we may see that it's more different. But sometimes when we zoom in, we look at somebody, we go, they have this skin color, I have this skin color, therefore we're different. But if we go deeper and deeper, we go, our hearts look the same, Our hearts look the same, our stomachs look the same. If we go even deeper, you look at the cells, the ribosomes. I'm just not making up, but I'm just pulling out random biological words. The RNA and the ribosomes and the cytoplasm and looks very similar, if not the same, from human to human. But if we go deeper, then maybe it looks a little bit different because maybe each ribosome is a little different from the other one. And for me, it's, maybe that's the fascination, that from a distance, it can look either very different or very similar, but then we zoom in, it can look the opposite. But then if we zoom in more, it can look the opposite. Then if we zoom in more, it can look the opposite. And so it's almost everything is similar and different at the same time, just depending on our perspective. I like this idea of not having a specific topic, because then maybe I can just flow. Maybe I'll just come up with the topics at the end. Because this idea of being able, like, as we look more closely at something, whether that be a glass of sand, or whether that be our lives, or whether that be just our neighbors or our relationships or whatever it may be, as we look closer at it, maybe it seems more similar, but then seems more different, then seems more similar, then seems more different. It just really depends on which perspective we're looking at and whether we're looking for the similarities or differences. I don't know. I think there's just such a richness to life, that there is such variety, but also such commonality. Yeah, I don't really know. This is the point where I'll say, now when people are also tired like I am, maybe you'll understand the feeling of feeling very excited about an idea, but also very confused if the idea is making sense or unsure, and running out of energy, like lots of energy, and then, the energy is gone. So I'm going to cut this short. I don't know if I'm less than 5 minutes, but this is going to be good enough for tonight. But just the idea of that sometimes things are more different than they may seem. We just have to look a little bit deeper. But sometimes things are more similar than they may seem, and we just have to look a little bit deeper. Who knows? I don't know if that helps, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun reflecting on it and dancing through it. So we'll talk with you all tomorrow. There's one more this week, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.